Alrighty, welcome back. Sorry if I'm a little off kilter here. I'm gonna try to fix that as best I can, but I am back. Thank you guys so much for watching the old video or the other video that I put out last week. This week's gonna be a little bit better. So, all I can say is I still hate running, even though I am actively, trying to better myself, and I think I am bettering myself. My wife actually said the other day, she's like, "Dadgum, you are looking really, really slim." I was like, "It's just for you, Queen. It's all right." We are done the second and the last, thankfully, of the building week phase. How were my runs this week? Well, Monday, I did nothing. Monday was a rest day, and that was really, really awesome. And I needed that a lot. Tuesday was that beautiful 6K. It was absolutely wonderful. Wednesday was a leg workout, and as you can see from this beautiful picture here, I did not do what it told me to do. I think I brought this up in the last video. Any of the strength training days or anything like that, I am actually doing on my own weight training schedule. I'm not taking part in Koros's one. And the reason for that is because, quite simply, I want to be jacked. Sorry, and this watch isn't really helping me. Also, I did try to do a couple of the exercises like that it was telling me to do, just to see, like, is this thing accurate enough to count it? And it really wasn't. In particular, the squats. I did do some squats, and it wasn't accurate enough to count it at all. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Thursday was the next run. It was an 8K plus 6 strides. I'm gonna tell you right now, that sucked. That really, really, really sucked. I cannot emphasize enough how much the extra hair on my face and head is slowing me down based on how hot I'm getting. However, I do say that, but it was 92 degrees and it was a real feel of 100 where I was running at. And by the way, no shade. There was a lot of wind, which I was very, very thankful for, but there was no shade whatsoever. So I was getting really, really hot. I did end up walking, I think, about 0.12 of a mile, if I'm remembering correctly. And that morning I did back day as well. I'm not trying to make excuses for myself. I'm just telling you guys, if you're seeing the charts and you're seeing my speed and stuff like that, it tanked because I did have to walk a little bit of that. But the speed training, the 6 strides, was absolutely fantastic. I actually do quite like running at that pace. It tries to get me run around like a 7-minute, 20-second pace, and I really enjoy running at that pace. I don't like sprinting, but that's just fast enough to get my heart pumping and get me really excited about continuing the run, which after the 6 strides, there's about 0.62 of a mile left to run, which I did run. And at run is a very loose term. Like I said, this is the ending of the building phase. And so from here on out, it should be getting faster. That's my hope. I haven't really looked ahead too far into my training schedule, but it should be getting faster. I'm praying it gets faster, fingers crossed, because I said it last week, it's like I'm walking. I don't like running, first and foremost. And second off, I don't like running this slow. This slowness is absolutely killing me. It is devastating me. I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. On Friday, that was supposed to be core, and it was core. I did do core, but I did also do chest and shoulders as well. On Tuesday, I did arms, forearms, biceps, and triceps. And then I did back day on Wednesday. Back day was on Thursday. Wednesday was leg day. And then finally on Friday, chest, shoulders, and a bit of core as well. Didn't do as much core as I really wanted to, but if you guys have been following me on TikTok, one of the primary reasons for that is I've actually started to use my core a lot more when I run. That might sound a little bit goofy if you guys have been in the long running scene for a while. I have not been in any running scene. I'm gonna be totally honest. Even when I ran like the actual marathons, yeah, sure, I was there, but I wasn't actually in that scene whatsoever. I was just hanging out to hang out. Now, I have been reading up a lot and kind of breaking down exactly like how to run with my core and my hip flexors. I've been trying to do a lot more workouts in the gym on leg day, specifically targeting the hip flexors as well, in order to make my run stronger. And I'm asking my buddy up in Canada, my best man, how to do that as well. I'm also, this is gonna sound really, really stupid, I found a new audiobook. So I am reading a new audiobook, listening to a new audiobook. Along with that, I did end up having to get new headphones. My headphones crapped the bed. I had the JBL headphones for a hot minute, and those ones were really good, except for the fact I have weirdly shaped ears. I don't know if you can tell too well, but this ear, apparently my right ear is an incredibly normal shaped ear. Almost any earbud or AirPod that I put in it, perfectly fine. It's the left ear. They don't make sizes big enough or small enough or weird shaped enough to actually properly fit in my ear. On top of that, when I'm out for a run, I like to have one of my ears clear so that I can hear everything that's going on around me. There's a lot of places that I'm running that I would not want to be completely cut off from the outside world, if that makes any sense. With that being said, I would always just leave my left earbud out, but because of the high intensity training that I've been doing as far as running goes, and then as far as weightlifting goes, I have had to get a new pair of headphones because on Friday when I went in to go to chest and shoulders and core, I turned my car off, popped my earbuds in, boom. One made the noise that it was connected, the other one didn't. I was like, that's kind of weird. Maybe it like didn't charge inside the case or something like that. And I started to just put it away and I was like, no, let's try something. So I started to troubleshoot it. It said that they were both connected and that they both had 100% battery. Weird. I started to play some like different sounds, like just TikToks basically, and I couldn't hear anything out of the right ear. So I was like, okay, we're gonna disconnect it. We're gonna delete the JBL app, which for some reason every stupid thing needs to have an app nowadays. I'm saying that while proudly wearing Koros watch, but seriously, I should not need an app for my headphones. I cannot stand that crap at all. I need an app for my ice maker next. Like, it's so stupid in my opinion. Anyways, both are connected, something's wrong, and I go try to troubleshoot. I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna reconnect them, put one in, let's go. And then I try to play music on it, and it immediately does not sound correct. The speaker's blown out on it. I was like, okay, cool. That's great, actually. It's perfect. It's actually exactly what I wanted. So while I was in the gym, I did some reading up on what kind of headphones are like truly actually waterproof, because I sweat a lot. I don't know if you can tell right now, but I sweat a lot. I'm a very sweaty, I'm a very moist individual. But what am I going to do about headphones? Because I need something. I am not a David Goggins psycho crazy person. I need something in order to get me through the runs. The weightlifting's not that big of a problem, but it's just getting me through the runs. So I actually found out about these headphones that I thought were going to die out many, many years ago because they were kind of new tech when I was selling them at a shoe place that I used to work at. Bone conducting headphones. Oh yeah, we're living in Black Ops 2 times. But they just flip over your ears. Your ears proper are actually completely clear of obstruction, and you can hear everything that's going around. You want noise canceling, this is not gonna be it. Do you want really, really good sound quality? This is also not gonna be it. But it is something that you can properly hear and that are not gonna just crap the bed after a couple of months because they got too wet or anything like that. So I got these things. I got the Pro Runner ones from, I believe they're called Shocks. And so far, they're working really good. And if you have any questions as to whether they go through like a beard or hair or anything like that, they absolutely do. It does dampen the sound quality though. I will let you know that. And it does make them a little bit more quiet because it's not getting a perfect like seal, right there. And speaking of Black Ops 2, we are 3/4, personally myself, we are 3/4 of the way there, right? First off, I got bone conducting headphones. Second off, the US and China are mad at each other over rare earth materials. And then finally, all I need to complete this and actually, be the best, whatever the main protagonist's name is in Black Ops 2, is a throat mic. And I personally don't like anything around my neck, so Black Ops 2 is never gonna happen. I do apologize, guys. But ever since getting those, it's been absolutely wonderful. And they like whoop, whoop, and it connects in the back. It's really, really good. They stay very stable on your ear. They don't feel like they're gonna fall off or anything like that. I absolutely love them. And they keep my ears free. I can hear everything that's going on around me at the same time, which if you're not a freak like me, might not be a benefit. That might be a negative thing. But to me, that's a really, really massive pro of them. Yesterday, we hit another run. It was another 6K, and I kind of lost it. I stopped running at the desired pace of the Koros watch for most of the run. In the beginning, I was like, I'm gonna really try to keep it down. I'm just gonna try to run what I'm supposed to run, and then you'll notice I progressively get faster. And I've just stopped, I've given up. And today I didn't for 1 second run in the desired thing that this thing is telling me to run in. So, am I a bad owner of a Koros watch? Probably. Is my Coros watch now telling me that I'm overtraining? Yes. But the whole thing about it is the speed at which I was running is it's also very easy for me. It just makes it feel like I'm actually running. I'm not walking everything. That speed was way, way, way too low, and I should have picked a different training program. I'm really just trying to build up completely from square one here, essentially. But that speed, 10 minutes and 5 seconds to 11 minutes and 6 seconds, was kicking my butt. It was making me way more fatigued. I said this last week, but it's very, very true this week. It was making me way more fatigued than actually running at a more reasonable, moderate pace, which is like mid-9s to low 9s. That's much more reasonable in my humble opinion. And today, I only brought it down to the mid-9s for a little bit. I was mainly like 9:45, around there. And that was my long run. Today was the long run, Sunday, and that was an 11K. Yes, it was an 11K. And Coros and Strava both have now synced up to actually telling me what seems to be very, very similar, if not completely identical information. I did not really bring this up too much in detail last time. Strava has been kind of completely off with a lot of things that I've been doing, because I've double checked what I'm doing on Coros with GPS stuff. The Coros has been correct the entire time. This past week, Strava has started to catch up. I don't know what happened. I don't know whether it was an issue with my phone or was it an issue with the app. Maybe the app updated, something like that. But there was a certain period of time for about, I want to say about 2 months, where my Coros watch would have me I would run 5 miles, and this thing would say, it would beep and say that I'm at 5 miles. Okay, perfect. And then I'd have to run another quarter mile plus, and Strava would be like, you've run 5 miles. That's perfect. And so my time would be completely off. It was just a really annoying thing overall. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. This is like I said, an ongoing series. I am trying my best to try to get more footage of myself running or being in the gym. But like I said on my TikTok, you should go and follow me there. But like I said on my TikTok, it's a very cringe thing to do, in my opinion, to film yourself inside of the gym. It is only one step above filming out in public, and I'm already filming out in public. I am not going to be filming myself in the gym with anybody in the background though. If I am controlling this, no one else will be in that video aside from me. And I want to make that abundantly clear. I don't want to show anyone else, because in my opinion, it's a gross violation of their privacy. I know you're out in public, but you're doing something maybe for the first time in the background, reverse curls or something like that, and you don't have your form completely correct. You don't want a bunch of weirdos on the internet making fun of you. And I totally agree with that. I would not, especially when you're just learning how to do something, or you're just getting into the gym, you're trying to feel comfortable, and then suddenly everything's going viral and people think that you look stupid, which is so stupid in my opinion. Like I said though, thank you guys so much for watching. I really, 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 really appreciate it. And I would really like it if you guys would hit that subscribe button, maybe hit a like button as well. And I will see you guys in the next one.